What's up, Browns fans? Nathan Zegura alongside the Pro Bowl cornerback Joe Haden. It's time for another edition of X's and Joe's presented by Microsoft Surface. We're going to go inside the film room. Myles Garrett made history this past Sunday against the Miami Dolphins, getting to 14 sacks, becoming the only player, the only one, to have 4 straight seasons of 14 or more sacks. We're going to take a look at his first sack of 2 against those Miami Dolphins here. It was the third quarter, 3rd and 2. These are the money downs in the NFL, is where you want to get off the field. And as we're going to see here from this end zone angle, Myles Garrett out here, way out here in a wide 9 technique. And he's going to split a double team, Joe, and get to the quarterback. So let's start from this angle. What you see, Myles Garrett, is they're going to end up sliding their center here over onto Sam Kamara, and they're going to try to have outside, inside, double team. And Myles is going to give that outside step and then just split them with his speed and his power.
This is just athleticism, speed, strength, get off, set up. And then he sets up the tackle to be able to just get leverage on him. So now he's basically he's seeing through him. Now he knows he has to beat that guard. And if he beats that guard's outside arm, he's free to the quarterback. That's just, look at this, the strength. You had 2 people on you, and he barely got touched by either one of them just because of his get off, his athletic ability, and then his step right here, just to set 52 up this tackle, get him all on his heels. And it's just the explosiveness to now get low, rip in between both of those players, and just fight to the quarterback. I mean, it's effort, it's talent. It's not players in the league that can do that. That's why Myles Garrett is so special.
I mean, you look at it from that angle again, where Myles Garrett is coming right at you here. You talked about it. It's that first step, and then look at how much ground he covers after he kind of hits that fake to the out, the one step to the inside. Look how long this left leg step is right here. Boom. He hops.
The time Myles Garrett is on that, by that line, on that yard marker, that nobody else is past that line of scrimmage. He's a yard. His get off is a yard past everybody else on our defensive line. It's just his speed to get off.
Speed to get off, and then he finishes it. And by the way, as we're taking a look at this, a little bit of a game over here from 2 young studs for the Cleveland Browns, Isaiah McGuire and Mike Hall, doing a little twist stunt over here on this side. And look at Mike Hall. Beat. He is a defensive tackle beating a right tackle right there. If Myles didn't get him, Mike Hall might have. You love that. And now we always talk about sacks. In this case, Myles got there in no time flat, got him down for the big sack as he wraps him up right here and gets Tyler Huntley to the ground. But I want to show you something that you saw right away. The coverage. Whenever there's a sack, sometimes it's just Myles getting there before anything can happen, but it's often because there's no good answer in the pass game. That comes from coverage, and you're going to see that in what you loved right here, communication. A couple of young guys, Cam Mitchell here in the slot, MJ Emerson on the outside, as they deal with this motion to kind of a stack situation.
You have situations there. It's the communication. There, you see him touching the top of his hat. It's either a lock it situation where you lock your finger, and that means you have the point man as the nickel back, and if he comes in motion, the corner locks in on his number 1 receiver. But since he tapped his hat, that means I'm taking the off-the-ball receiver, and when we come in motion and they stack up, the cornerback, you're taking the on-the-ball receiver. And it was just a very, very fluid switch. They did the communication. It happened. They didn't need to do nothing extra. And then when my man in the nickel is playing his leverage, he's trying to get outside, but he knows he has a whole player in the middle of the play that he's forcing him to his help. If he runs an out route, that's your play. If he runs a curl route, that's your play. If he runs a dig or a slant, you have to run for the catch and tackle, play his outside hip, and force him to your help. But if he runs an out or anything, that's your man. And him taking away that outside, Tyreek's trying to set him up to run like I'm running underneath, but I'm running out. He stayed on his leverage, locked it down. Hunter looked over there. That's his first read, trying to get to Tyreek, and that doesn't give him enough time. Myles Garrett is right there immediately.
Yeah, you talk about it. You see it right here. Boom. Locked. You've got the whole player right here. Huntley's eyes are right on this situation. He's looking here. MJ's wiped him out. You mentioned Cam Mitchell, the good leverage. Says, if you want to go this way, that's fine, because here's Mahmoud Diabate waiting for you. As soon as he sees right there, oh, man, I've got nothing. Well, it's too late, because here's Myles Garrett, and that is a sack for the sack master of your Cleveland Browns. That's a beautiful thing, right? Coverage and rush working together, Joe. That's how you play elite lockdown defense in the National Football League.
Exactly. That's the communication was perfect, and then you have an elite player making an elite play. It just works out perfectly when you see his first look is not there because of the defense, because of the communication, the switch, the playing of the leverage, and then that's just giving Myles that extra little second when he can't just throw the ball on his first look. That's all he needs is a split more second to get to the quarterback, and that's what you saw.
That's what he got. 2 weeks ago was Myles Garrett becoming the only player in NFL history to get to 100 sacks before their 29th birthday. And then on his 29th birthday in this game against Miami, he becomes the only player in NFL history with 4 straight seasons of 14 or more sacks. Browns get one more opportunity this Saturday in Baltimore. Try to end this season on a high note and cost the Ravens the AFC North. Those are the stakes. On behalf of Joe Haden, I'm Nathan Zegura, wishing all of you a very happy new year and saying thank you for joining us inside the film room on X's and Joe's, presented by Microsoft Surface.